Smart researchers patronize the scienticians.
The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this time. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory search. That is best answered through...
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's mercy.
Internal records classify you a figure of ill repute, and with a significant backlog of fines.
Allow me, child. I have a such an...
But I... Yes, quite...
Glad my...
You've been much help. That is the consensus among my peers.
How did your hypothesis have an intellectually stimulating day?
Hello, layperson.
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential.
Please direct any inquiries to the Artificer Laureate.
breaking into water reconditioning, are we? Someone has a good nose for trouble, it would seem. Let's call me a potential associate, a friend in waiting. I work at the CAF integration point normally, but I have other ties. More suspicious than breaking into an order-regulated facility? We can talk more, but not here. We might attract unwanted. Let's talk somewhere more private.
You deserve no small credit for our success.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied. Oh, no, not at all. Of course, the rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing. Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you? All those in the garden have enough perspective, but may all.
A visitor? It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away. What are you... Beckett. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia. Not if I cannot gauge for certain if you can be trusted. A myriad of cultists have taken... Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. From what I understand, Vicar, I'm pleased he does not lie among the ranks of the dead. But I'll withhold my appreciation until the... I always find out now. How might we be of use to... I scarcely take time to engage in idle... Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through... Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger... I have nothing but respect for Ruth. If I had to dig for the smallest... I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
Enjoy your time in the garden.
Did you receive your personalized order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine.
Get in the field are lifesavers. I would have been dead.
Use caution as you progress.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
I don't know who Auntie's Choice thinks they will convince with this poor quality propaganda.
I'll handle this. Drop the smoke! Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Mobilizing.
Enemy approximating in our vicinity, command.
Torpificator at ready status.
Any about? I
repudiate all vapid commercial.
No combatant on my scopes.
Drop the smoke!
Apologies, but no target, no attack. Protectorate has this sealed. It can only be unsealed near the archive's entrance, remember? That'd be Spireton. Was once the Order's headquarters on Cloister. Afore
Back to it.
all this.
Proceeding to attack.
How about some cloud cover?
Hostilities are afoot.
Might be time to fetch.
You there! You need to leave. This is a holy site. Did you not hear me? You must leave unless you wish to be ushered into perfection before the rest of this architect-forsaken colony. You know, merged with the rift. By being thrown in. What kind of primitive, superstitious fools do you take us for? Our beliefs are scientifically validated. And they are once again active after laying relatively dormant for years. The end of our tortured existence is nigh. That's a scientific impossibility. What I mean is, the rifts are an inviolate part of the architect's plan. How dare you try to What is it this time? You're trying my goodwill. I don't think so. Not after you disrespected me and my fellow members of the glorious Dawn.
Hostile in proximity.
Smoke break! Give the order!
Hastening
Enemy
there!
in vicinity. Cover smoke!
Refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
The Protectorate have the entrance to the archive well fortified. Attacking straight on seems ill-advised. Before we go further, should we discuss a plan?
Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling.
Not a bad idea, though I'd also suggest garnering backup. The Order desperately want to regain control of the archive.
What about the Order? They've already got forces on Cloister.
And they have every incentive to want to help take back the archive.
You are the raw material.
Happily.
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Another object. Just nothing should work that way. No matter how often the data is verified and sanctioned.
Excuse me, I don't think you have the
It's fine.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, sustain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order. Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
Short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the matriarch and first sovereign are buried. Suppose Zeb left out the mission parameters. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, much obliged. Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
Fuck! Mortar fire! Move!
That's one hell of a wall. Going over or under that question. What about around?
Auntie's Choice has set up shop somewhere to our south. We pay him a visit, they may just help us reach the lab.
The aftermarket parts are prime. Looks like a...
How about so clap?
Armed and ready.
Don't reckon those raps are just for show.
Looks like we're about to have company. You've 5 seconds to make plain your intent before I let my boys here pitch some swill at you. So, the upper rungers are suddenly in a twist about all the mishaps, huh? Figures it'd take them this long. You've access to the main floor, but mind yourself. There's a fair few hazards about the factory.
More I look around, more I'm glad this plan ain't close to any townships.
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
But hey, second floor is off limits.
Do I look approachable? Because I'm not. Stay in line, or I'll knock you to the bottom of the org chart.
Auntie's choice ain't liable for any injuries incurred while in or around the factory.
Bet they'll name you Employee of the Fiscal Quarter.
There's a new face. Any chance you've brung news from the commander? Can't restart the dig without his permission. Started getting peculiar vibrations as we hit the halfway point. Don't be. Seems far more profitable under me, so... It's a puzzler, that's for sure. Worst case, it's a Zeranium gas pipe, and further drilling will kill everyone here in seconds. Agreed. Wouldn't want to miss that juicy bonus. Not unless your lamps can see through solid rock and figure out what's on the far side. Good. You back to see more of the tunnel? I'll save you the trip.
You know what? You're all right.
Liquidate 'em!
Tell that the Raptidons here subsisted entirely off meaty roll-ups. Is that what it is, buddy? Your palate too fancy for us?
Look alive, Commander.
Well, that ain't at all concerning. Best keep our lamps lit.
Got troublemakers.
It's a brawl!
Drop a smoke!
In the nick of time, as always.
Your arrival could not be more timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more suited to conduct a surgical strike of this nature. I'm, glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret. For any subject, visiting the matriarch and First Sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the... Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, but not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the matriarch's research, whatever it may be. Reaching the vault will be no sim... We must first gain entry to the security room, however.
I can see a half-dozen points of failure, but bad odds.
Glad we're operating under... We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Which also means, once inside, we cannot leave until it's done. The consul is incensed about the death of one of his own. They tortured her for the locations of the other members of our cell. They're all gone now, dead. I alone am left to complete our...
Commander, please.
I will not pretend it isn't a blow, but what's done is done. There will be time to grieve once the Protectorate is dead and buried. Slim chance of that. Oh.
Color me surprised.
After you. We should hurry inside before more guards arrive. Stay close and keep silent. The less attention we draw, the better. Matriarch, there weren't supposed to be visitors today. That Sentinel and Docent are gonna put splinters in our plan if they're not dealt with.
You hang back here. The commander and I'll take care of this.
Gladly. I'll rejoin you once the path is clear.
To have the matriarch taken from us before her time.
Actually, the matriarch
Beloved matriarch, you are nearer to perfection as anyone living. Could ever achieve. It will be the honor of the order to serve.
All that I do for my subjects. Sentence. Gloria!
Again. Rival life.
Will we see?
Continue. Wait there. I'll come to you. Well handled. My turn. There should be a hidden entrance here. There. You can access the lower level now. The security room that we need to reach is nearby. We should be able to disable that energy.
Who goes? No one is allowed in here without the proper authorization. Ah, I see you have come armed. Intruders, then. I suppose you intend to extract my surrender through means most lurid and foul.
Damn, the head curator. I had hoped to slip in before his shift, but no matter. We cannot allow him to leave and raise the alarm. He must be dispatched, quickly.
How's that now?
Now hold on. I know we had to kill that fella with the Sentinel, but this man's unarmed. He's already surrendered.
I rather think that line has some blurry distinction.
How much of a fuss could this one fella cause, really? Come on, Zeb. No need to cut any bellies over maybes and ifs.
Please, If secrecy's your concern, you may rely upon me to be the utmost spirit of discretion. I have never betrayed a confidence in my life.
Allowing him to leave would be a grave error of mercy, one we can ill afford in this place.
If we start gunning down civilians, where does it...
You need me to clear that moral obstruction? This man is an instrument of empire.
I'm kin to the...
Are you? My sister was made into a shadow. I endured daily sessions with the lathe of particularity and still find myself policing my own mind for untoward proclivities and inclinations.
The commander's right. This man didn't put you in the lathe, Zeb. He's just trapped in the system, same as everyone else.
I never have possessed immunity against your pleading. Fine, you're free to leave. Do not repay this kindness with treachery.
You are merciful and wise. I will depart at once.
Let's hope the consequences of this decision do not assert themselves while we're still here. You and Niall should turn off the power to the security barrier and...
No going back from here. Not until we've done what we told you to.
Don't set foot in that room.
Over here, Commander. Reckon I found something that might be useful later.
One moment.
Have a look, Commander. With a little elbow grease and some inadvisable engineering, reckon I can finagle these components into a who knows? Could come in handy. Just doing my part. Let's keep on.
In spite of substantial efforts to prolong his life, my father's condition continues to deteriorate, both physically and mentally.
Good. Now there should be 3 switches in this room.
Difficult to observe. His latest effort would see him into
Electrical damage.
This attempt has exacted a toll on my father.
Henry wires installed that may correspond with each switch.
I may soon be sovereign. And if that bears out, I will need to hide all of this. Burn all of my father's research into longevity. Seal his auto-mech body away at the factory. Grief I will inherit.
Wrong again.
What
the code
mess.
is 132. Wrong again. The code is 132. Wrong again. The code is 132. Impeded by this puzzle, but I apologize for not... That vault door is quite the obstruction. Fortunately, there should be a code. No. Fuck! Changed it recently. That shouldn't have happened until next week. I'm certain I can diagnose the issue. Now that you've cleared the way, I'll come down and join you.
Hey, nothing there! Hit what in the where now?
I might have something else that can get you into that vault, Commander. Does that seem a little off to you, Commander? appreciate you showing him a little grace. Oh, that business with the curator. I'm glad Zeb stood. Speaking, turns out you were right about trusting my instincts. You take...
Nice! I was hoping from...
Am I running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
Alas, I neglected to pack a thermometer. This terminal should allow me to retrieve all the information stored here. This cannot be right. Cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the matriarch invented... nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now. I knew the Protectorate festered with lies. Niles.
Slow up, Zeb. What do you...
It says your agency struck an agreement with the matriarch in exchange for skip drives. Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference.
Must be why the chief said we'd be on our own if we...
If this information is true, everything Arcadia is, all of the suffering that's taken place here, there's more. The skip drive, our dear matriarch, I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. But this is, by releasing this information, the Sovereign will be erstwhile. Giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. Their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely...
I was not aware of such a connection between... As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees the...
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but... I don't think the entire organization should be judged by its worst decision. Plus, making this...
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequence. Very well.
Still ain't sure about loosening the skip drive designs, but we've got some time there. And this way, at least the Earth Directorate's reputation...
Whatever happens next, the Protectorate, thank you for your assistance in this matter.
Guess this is goodbye. I want to talk it over...
There they are. These are the ruffians who threatened me. Slay them at ammunition.
Ready to waste them on your command.
Never should have let that kill you. You could have prevented this. Don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. Reckon the information about the matriarch and the skip drive will stir up some fervor, but Zeb was right. The people deserve to know the truth. Well, most of it. I'm glad we were able to leave the Earth Director's name off the record. Deep down, I'm still... Something has to change within the Directorate. And I think we're best positioned to see that reformation through. You're right. But that's all said. I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Likewise.
There may be valuable parts at this location that can improve this unit's functionality. Performing a thorough search of the Automech factory is advised. Should you wish to maximize your Valerie unit's combat effectiveness, building factory schematics. It is likely the desired parts are being stored somewhere on the ground floor.
Subjects. A security breach has been detected. A full laboratory lockdown is now in effect. Repeat, this is a full laboratory lockdown. Stay calm, remain vigilant, and remain secure.
Are you still upright over there?
With the sovereign protects.
There were a few arc world infected, so I killed this. Lower the rate of death on the job.
Attention, subjects. The laboratory lockdown has been lifted, and your faith in the Sovereign has been reaffirmed. It's like a fight!
Foreign agent to cover! I got some cloud cover! Just shoot in the thin air. Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
You know, there might be a goodie or two for Val in there.
Islands and freeloaders!
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to...
Not to question the gift, but I'd expect a lot more personnel around for a lab of this size. Where
Time
is
to
it?
earn my commission. Sounds like an emergency all-hands meeting to me. Bodes well.
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel.
Subjects, listen well.
Hereby suspended for the time
Days
being.
ago,
Please
our
direct all
beloved
further
sovereign,
queries
in
and
his
study petitions
infinite
to the lead
wisdom,
researcher's
submitted
office.
himself to mental refreshment at his command. I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your... But I cannot do it alone.
I reckon that's Protectorate for I assassinated.
It is not a time for that. It is a time to celebrate the bravery of our once and future sovereign. So dry those tears as I call upon you to stand tall with renewed zeal. Together, we will finish our great sovereign's work and purge our kingdom.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Disruptive influences!
trouble ahead.
Now what?
Guns, locked and loaded. Get the
They hate our contentment. They would drive us into disarray.
Teach how to fight.
They really just left the modulator out in the open, huh? Well, let's see if we avail ourselves of enforced security.
Lockdown initiated.
Well, seems we're in a bit of a tight spot. Maybe this device could help us out of it.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the interstitial reconfiguration center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. Prototype modulator. The first of many such devices we've created here at the center. And regardless, that one won't remain in your keeping long. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. I could also reduce you to a state of quivering agony, begging for death. No matter. I will await you in the hangar.
Coming up on some foes.
Wait! Influences!
Point that thing!
I ate the enemy!
Got some bad
Father never seemed especially perturbed.
on your toe.
Say, remember that time the Sovereign caught us comparing pitchball cards? He was so excited about you having that vintage foil of his favorite Sovereign.
It's a fight!
Processing anomalous.
Armed and ready.
Electrical dampeners failing.
You suppose there's been another incident? Like the one with the Sovereign?
No. It seems we may have been intruded upon during the Consul's announcement. I heard it from one of Valancourt's men. An outsider, apparently. Violent.
Oh, yes!
Someone lands on a hostile.
Everything well as it in hand.
Didn't one just lose an arm not a month or so ago?
These quarters are awful meticulous. Makes me wonder what Valancourt might be hiding hereabouts.
Never question. Never dare seem never lacked.
You have been my family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I
In
simply
liquidator!
guidance where I have neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do. What exactly are you plotting?
Suspicion is unbecoming, Henry. And restoring Arcadia to resplendence is my sole aim. As it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Consul. Pray, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than
Guards!
Dropping smoke! Ready to take the heat off the commander. Just say which.
Using magazine, efficiently and in short order.
I'm the one you need to worry about. I'm at.
Div influences.
Captain ready!
Closer inspection.
Now that you have the rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem-solving may be required in reaching them.
consultants who labor with committing to a side.
Whatever management's paying you, worth it.
You go on ahead.
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your Alrighty. Really? You're clearly a valued partner. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice hollow advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia. A shrewd negotiator. You'll fit right in. If it'll help seal the deal, I could throw in a few bits. Splendid. Should be ready next time you're back. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim. From there, By entering further, you waive all rights and claims to anatomy, appearance, and so-called intellectual property. Defense prisoners remain
With Auntie's Choice. Crisps. We took the flavor you love and made it.
Tranicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station.
We can always do better. I'll give it to you. Quarterly underpaid.
You have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location for a minimal price. Like what? Ask away. There's anything else you need to know about this place? The Esplanade. There's a deck. You're not thinking of trying to... Oh, that's an easy one. Like who? Or who? I almost need details on anybody else. No way you're getting to see. Like most of our execs, she can be... Well, farewell.
Xenobiological exploitation.
to run a petting zoo. Exploit the local fauna. The ACS Undisputed Claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy, while the Protectorate decides.
Hey you, soldier with the, arm. Got a delivery for you.
Decisions. What sort of reception do morally gray outsiders receive when they join
Feels like a glimpse of Arcadia's future.
Oh, hey,
if Auntie's Choice has its way.
Welcome, eager Saint Daredevil self-determinate.
Step right up for the most
Choice esteemed and valuable disposable agent program. As an Ida, you will live the life of an evocative allegory and thrill-seeking.
Who do you think? This must be where the head offices are.
Hello, Derek. As in Ida, Idas help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the and you can see here. Now,
Well, wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the Undisputed Claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice. We need someone not a dare.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside
What? Your first something?
If they've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
They expressed, and I know this is
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands.
Marvelous! Knew you could. Though do use caution. We don't know what sort of virus or brainwashing might have infected their minds. Dear law!
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it negotiate.
No, that is exactly why we've hired you as my brand new perturbation ameliorator. You'll solve the problem. No, of course.
But you, who are not officially an Auntie's Choice employee, can do whatever you want. Anyone?
Wonderful.
I have...
The recipe of our exclusive cocktail is our most closely guarded
Oh, hey, think you dropped something?
Well, hello again. I hadn't expected to see you so soon.
Because they've definitely come back just to see you. I wouldn't...
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's Choice.
I see you. Ordinarily, reception here would detect. I wanted to formalize my... What a shame our negotiations were so violently digressed. We were... In fact, that is what I... Some messages... Mayhaps we're both overly optimistic, but if there's even the remotest chance of bringing the order and Auntie's Choice... While making our expedition, he can... But seeing as we both remain breathing, we can continue advocating for a merger. To begin, do whatever you must to earn an audience with our respective leaders. And there's always the more gap when it comes. I was also going to suggest improving your... Certainly. What is anyone apart from the function they perform? But you'll find the best choice in the upper... Wouldn't suffice to say...
Tramicular, arriving any moment. Approaching station, head office tower.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment.
Which do you like in
Good set of armor before someone succeeds in Well, welcome, future repeat customer. I've got armor.
Experience the most sought-after inebriant on the
Tramicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Value added esplanade.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you. You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Auntie's choice free. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
Let's pinpoint what you and I can...
You lose something down there? Come back later.
You. Don't you know what's happened? Heard about the traitors will pay dearly for that. But my hands quail. Niceties are irrelevant.
If it isn't my new favorite operator.
Enjoy your time in the garden.
Commander.
You there! You need to leave. This is a holy site. Non-believers are not welcome.
Company, Commander. Back in Final victim, my marginal, Commander.
Lots of stuff.
The draft is ready, and frankly, pissed off.
Shut up!
Liquidate them.
You there! You need to leave. This is a holy site. Non-believe. Did you not hear me? You must leave. You know, merged with the rift. This is and they are once again active after laying relatively dormant for. I don't know what to say to. So, the power to manipulate.
Did I hear something about manipulating the rift? And you? You may be able to fool an acolyte, but I'm not as easily flummoxed. In what way can you possibly manipulate that? Yes, of course it does. Makes perfect sense. Come, Prove to me this device can do what you say, then I will decide. But let me assure you, if you... Do not wander too far. My threat of violence is not to be taken lightly. The acolytes will open fire if you don't... I must admit to a certain modicum of suspicion towards your claims. But consider my interest piqued.
Why is the Hieron bringing outsiders to the rift?
Something of great import is afoot. No one gets escorted to the rift.
Is it time for sacrifices? When's our turn?
Acolyte Varney said he heard them talking about a device that can change the nature of the rift.
That's preposterous. There'll be some tomfoolery at hand.
I am happy to obey the dictates of our leaders. I am content. I am loyal. I am happy to obey the dictates of our leaders.
If you can indeed control the rift, as you say, that changes things. It could force us to rethink our understanding of the rifts, but we are nothing if not truth seekers. We are here. Prove to me that your device can manipulate the rift, as you claim. Gods, this should not be possible. That device borders on the heretical. You will hand it over now, and then we shall decide what to do with you. You're serious? Let's not do anything rash here. We will give you no more trouble. Acolytes of the glorious dawn, prepare. We leave this place within the hour.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Gray gone astray?
Disregard making a mess of
Are you mentally refreshed?
Aggressors in range.
Let's see.
You go on and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Got company, Commander.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
Drop a smoke!
Refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Got my lamp on a hot.
Terrible.
Looks like a fight.
Our enemies aim. Preserve that progress. Sustain the system. Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. On you. Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Are you mentally refreshed?
Hi, Commander. Oh, this is damn beautiful.
Caduceus not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
What was in those? Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Forgive.
Don't envy you.
So do I need assistance from... I still have trouble saying that. Certainly. So if you have... I would pass the Caduceus on to you. By all rights, I should... No. Capitulation, I can stomach. Collusion, I cannot. I refuse to assist you more. I am obliged to face you then. I am no arbiter, but as a...
Hostile ahead. What's the play, Commander?
Caduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Harmonizer replacement. Greetings, Sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculus. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. That, I fear, would be a misleading choice of words, as it implies a form of sentience, or my express programmatical purpose to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society, to attract the most consumers.
A little percussive maintenance might not be out of place here.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. An impressive accumulation of information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities. But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could... What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, assessor to perform...
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7%. In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, Repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and I am unlocking access to the cold storage will require repairing thermal transfer.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
It is an archival area, the sum total of all our accumulated knowledge in punch card form, kept in a low temperature, low humidity environment to improve preservation. When active, I can yet, with
who cares about a herd of pea-brain?
Any job worth doing's worth doing right. Besides, I can't imagine the presiding bishop being best pleased by us irreparably damaging the archive.
It is difficult to accurately ascribe an exact. Some categorical attempts by non-order operators to reprogram my priorities have also led to inverting targeting protocols. There, any protectorate still on the ground level is now being fired upon.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem. Have a profitable day!
Return when all required.
Enough! You've got a job to do! It's a work!
Sustain the system.
Professor Ostergaard making a mess of things again.
Armed and ready.
Laser wait! On your command.
Raring to go.
Got my lamp on.
Dropping smoke!
Caduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-stress field manager is present.
Turn my position.
Liquidate him.
Make the cover!
gonna need a fuse to activate this.
Let me handle this.
This auxiliary pump's seen better days.
I can usually fix it in 2 ticks with the right tools, though.
Everything I needed to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature flow. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me. That babbling terminal can look after itself.
How about some cloud cover?
Disrupt and influence it!
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides.
These ones didn't die of exposure. It was rapid onset, this freezing. You think the Protectorate got a weapon that can do this?
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.